Shoana has been renovating her new home in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And Shoans, I know you're not quite ready to give us the big reveal, but I feel like we're so close. I mean, we're actually inside the house now, which is amazing.
Yes, welcome to the inside of my home. It's so good to finally be inside. We're getting there.
We are so getting there. Okay, so this fireplace in the kitchen is actually brand new. You didn't have one here previously. Tell us about that.
No, I didn't. When you renovate on the scale that we did, you can do some awesome things. And in my opinion, adding a fireplace to the kitchen was genius, if I do say so myself. And this fireplace itself, there was a wall here and a wall here. We took all those down and it revealed this empty space that just screamed for something fabulous. So we went with the fireplace, and this fireplace that we put in is what a lot of us are used to seeing. It's a gas fireplace that's vented out. We built the surround to our taste for the rest of the decor, you know, that I had designed around the rest of the house. And I used an aged styled brick around the outside to give it that kind of not new look, like an aged, like it's always been here look, which is what most of us are going for usually when we're doing new things.
Okay, so I love that. I love that you went with that aged brick look, but how did you figure out what brick to use? Because there are lots of options out there if you're looking for an aged brick.
You're totally right. This brick that I used is from a Canadian company called Stone Rocks. This one's Sacramento Rustic. And what they really are is this whole box of bricks, and they have this pre-aged treatment that's done it. They're not full-size brick, they're veneer, but they're made of brick material. And my biggest tip, what I would say about these, is to be picky. Buy extra and pick out all the ones in the coloring that you like. If you can see, this one's quite dark and black. It's fabulous, but for my aesthetic, not what I was going for. I like the ones that had the more of the white treatment. So I was able to go through and pick all of them out, so the mason was able just to lay the ones that really went with my style.
So that is a good tip, because a lot of people won't know that when you get that box, they are going to be all different colors. So very good tip. Tell me a little bit, Shoans, about the pros of having this kind of a fireplace.
Well, the pros of putting in the gas fireplace, it's not as expensive as putting in like a wood burning full mason fireplace, that's for sure. And you can put it in almost anywhere in the home. The key that you're looking for is that it needs to vent. That heat and the gas that is burning in the fire needs to go out somewhere. So if you see the top of this fireplace, there's a bit of a bump out. We made it look like it was part of the design, but that's actually the venting. It went straight up through the roof in our case on this wall, because there isn't a bedroom or anything above there. That was just nice and lucky. But in someone else's house, it could vent also out to the side. It just needs to be on a wall that has room for that venting. If there's no venting, then you can't do a gas fireplace. There's other options for you, but this style of fireplace can't go in. But otherwise, just pick a wall that you can do that, and you can put one in anywhere.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so it sounds like you're in love with the whole thing. Are there any cons that we need to think about?
Yeah, I mean, with everything good, there's always things to consider that are, don't want to say they're bad, but there's things to consider. So one would be, there's the glass that has to be on the front of this, and then there's a protective screen on the glass. So that will dim the look of the fire flame itself a little bit. Not a big deal. Again, most of us are used to that. But you also have to think the glass here is radiant heat. There are some available without radiant heat, but this is radiant heat, so it also gets very hot. So the screen is absolutely necessary if you have curious pets or children or just yourself. It gets so heat, it's definitely something to be aware of. That screen has to go on in the front. And also, you have to pay attention to how hot it is. Really pay attention to the BTUs of the fireplace that you're choosing for your space. These gas fireplaces can be so strong. They definitely can heat the room. Some of them can heat a whole house. But that's not always a good thing, because it can get so hot you have to turn it off. So you might think, oh, I want the hot, the biggest, strongest fireplace that I can get, but that isn't actually practical for use.
We have a gas fireplace at home, and when we turn it on, we got to turn down the thermostat in the house, because it literally has so much radiant heat that we have to compensate for it in the rest of the house. So good thing or bad thing, you just have to know what you're getting into, right?
That's exactly right. It's not a bad, just know what you're buying and go in fully informed.
Shones, thank you so much. I'm so excited that we're inside the house. Great advice, as always, from Shoana.